All right, let's dive straight into this explainer. What if I told you that every single day, thousands of perfectly good items are just thrown out or abandoned? The sources we're unpacking today suggest that your next stream of income might actually require absolutely zero startup capital. So let's break down the zero-cost hustle.
Now, what's really fascinating about this is the math. Think about it. When your cost of goods is literally $0, your return on investment is infinite. If you buy a thrift store land for $5 and sell it for $30, sure, that's a 500% return. But if you find that exact same lamp sitting on the curb for free, your financial risk drops to absolute zero. Your upside becomes entirely dependent on just your effort.
And people are definitely catching on to this. As Reddit user LionPenguin88 perfectly points out, every single day, people are quietly generating massive profit margins by scooping up perfectly good stuff that others just want gone by the weekend. You know the drill. People are downsizing, or they just don't want to do the heavy lifting. They care way more about convenience than cash, and honestly, that is exactly where you step in.
So, here is the playbook we'll be going through today. Number 1, the infinite ROI hustle. 2, where to find freebies. 3, the 5-minute assessment. 4, master the furniture glow-up. 5, perfecting the flip. And finally, number 6, the hidden cost of free.
All right, let's jump into section 1, the infinite ROI hustle, why free sourcing wins.
The crucial tactic here, it's all about speed and politeness. That Facebook Marketplace free stuff filter is an absolute goldmine. But you gotta remember, the best items vanish in minutes. Having a polite, ready-to-go pickup message saved on your phone can literally secure you $50 to $200 an hour for your sweat equity. Oh, and here's a pro tip from veteran flippers. Offer to be a polite backup buyer. A lot of times, the first person flakes, and you end up winning some highly valuable items just by being nice and waiting in the wings.
Moving right along to section 2, where to find freebies. Sourcing tactics.
This timeline reveals the seasonal rhythm of the hustle, and it's pretty brilliant. In late May, you've got college students abandoning just immense amounts of furniture and electronics. Then, in August, apartment leases turn over. But what's genuinely amazing here is the seasonal arbitrage opportunity. Like, you can literally stockpile free patio furniture in the fall when everyone is throwing it out, and then flip it in the spring when demand and prices hit their absolute peak. It's all about timing.
Next up is section 3, the 5-minute assessment, rapid evaluation.
You really need to run this rapid 5-step assessment right on the spot. First, does it have a resale value that actually justifies your time? A really good rule of thumb is $30 for small items and $75 for large ones. Second, can you physically fit it in your car? If a piece of furniture needs 5 hours of structural repair just to sell for $40, you gotta walk away immediately. But if it just needs a quick 15-minute wipe down with some all-purpose cleaner to sell for $100, yeah, definitely load that up.
And listen, you absolutely must enforce these hard boundaries. Trust your instincts and physically check for these massive red flags. Bringing bedbugs into your house from a free curb couch, that is an absolute nightmare that will completely obliterate any profit you make. Same goes for water damage or heavy cigarette smoke. It's practically impossible to fully get that out of porous materials. Just do yourself a favor and leave those on the curb.
Okay, let's get into section 4, master the furniture glow-up, the Italian pivot.
Now, I know it sounds a little crazy to apply high-end interior design concepts to literal curb trash, but hear me out. Applying a sophisticated concept like délabré, which is French for in ruin, and simulates this beautiful, picturesque state of decay, instantly transforms junk into a theatrical statement piece. By actually leaning into the decay, you're creating decor that perfectly fits those trendy vintage industrial interiors, allowing you to command top dollar for that unique character.
You can also compare 2 other wildly popular styles for free wooden furniture. Over on the left, using some basic chalk paint and just a light sanding creates this really soft, elegant décapé look. Or, if the piece is already a bit rugged, grab some heavy grit sandpaper and go for the raw, imperfect, chippy vibe you see on the right. Both of these take barely any cash but add massive perceived value to the piece. All right, moving to section 5, perfecting the flip, from curb to cash.
When it's time to sell, it really all comes down to presentation. Staging is literally everything here. An empty bookshelf photographed in a dark, messy garage, that looks like someone's trash. But take that exact same shelf, photograph it in natural, diffused sunlight with a few tasteful books and a small plant, and suddenly it looks like a $200 boutique piece. Oh, and a golden rule here. Never, ever state that you got the item for free. Honestly, it provides zero benefit and just invites buyers to heavily lowball your price.
Let's actually look at some real case studies here.
Look at this. An investment of just 40 minutes and a $3 replacement knob turned a curbside desk into a $97 profit. Or, incredibly, just taking 20 minutes to lubricate a treadmill belt yielded $300. You don't need to do these massive full rebuilds. You really just need to do simple fixes that restore functionality.
And finally, Section 6, the hidden costs of free, the reality check.
Because here's the thing. A so-called free item still eats into 4 major hidden costs. You're burning gas to go pick it up, you're using supplies to restore it, and of course, you're paying platform fees when you sell it. But above all, you are spending your time. Because your inventory is technically free, your time becomes your absolute ultimate currency in this hustle.
Here is the real math you need to keep in mind. When you account for gas, supplies, and those seller fees, free items actually cost you between $5 and $20 each. So if you spend 3 grueling hours picking up, scrubbing, and listing a flip that only nets you $30, well, your effective hourly rate just dropped to a mere $10 an hour. This just proves that you have to be highly strategic about what you choose to pick up, which goes right back to strictly applying that 5-minute assessment we talked about earlier.
So that is the complete playbook. Everything from seasonal timelines to the hidden math of free inventory. It completely changes how you view those items discarded on the side of the road, doesn't it? The next time you're driving home, you really have to ask yourself, what high-profit masterpiece are you just driving right past?